The new ace of the Padres is right-hander Kevin Brown, who threw a no-hitter the last time he pitched in San Francisco. Brown and the red-hot Padres against the Giants next.
Paul Assenmacher out of there as he has been touched up for a triple, a double in this 8th inning, but created his own worst problem with a leadoff walk to Joey Cora to start the inning. Then Rodriguez replaced him after the force out, and Rodriguez crossed with what has proven to be one of two here that's now put Seattle up. And Assenmacher can only watch as his 2/3 of an inning was not successful.
And Mike Hargrove makes a very interesting choice here, bringing in closer Mike Jackson here with runners on second and third. He knows that he must keep this ball game close, or with this Seattle bullpen, you never know.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that he brings Mike Jackson in this ball game.
Rich Amaral is running at third now for Martinez. David Segui's on at second. There's Amaral, just came off the DL. He's on at third. The infield is drawn in. 1 down, 8th inning, 2 runs in. Seattle leading 4-3. Mike Jackson on the mound against Glenn Allen Hill, who's 0 for 3. Takes it outside for a ball. Huge at bat for Glenn Allen Hill. The infield will try and cut down that run at the plate. Rich Amaral, that runner. Foul back into the screen. 2 ball 1 strike count on Glenn Allen Hill. There's Griffey, who delivered the RBI triple and then scored what is now the go-ahead run in this game.
Mike Jackson, since becoming the closer for Cleveland, has saved 21 games out of 23 chances, 6 out of 7 this year.
He is really tough on right-handed hitters.
Oh man, he is. He's got that devastating slider.
His career since '93, right-handers are hitting 179 off him. 3-1. Full count, 3-2 on Glenn Allen Hill.
And to think that he was once a Mariner, and I think they'd like to have him right now.
Can you throw the ball across the plate? Amaral's the lead runner at third. David Segui, second double of the game for him. Pick up the RBI. He's on at second base. Jackson with the infield in, a topper that will roll foul. Waters plays it in foul territory, and the count remains 3-2 on Glenn Allen Hill. Well, Lou Piniella's team just battling here in this game. Able to come back here in this inning, but the question remains their bullpen. Can they protect the lead?
Well, I'm just thinking here, he had Timlin in there with him for 30 minutes today. He talked about Slocum moving to middle relief. We've already seen Wells in the ball game. Maybe that talk with Timlin was to designate him as the closer.
Big pop up in the infield here. Omar Vizquel, the shortstop. Huge out. Jackson comes on, gets the second out here in the 8th inning, leaving those base runners at second and third. Now Hargrove hopes he can get one more. Jeff Houston coming up. But here's what Ray was talking about. Jackson is real tough on the right-handers, but now he's got to face the left-hander. Assenmacher responsible for the 2 base runners who are still out there. Left-handers are 3 for 10 against him this year.
Well, if Houston was not such a weak hitter, then they would contemplate, you know, pitching around him to go to Wilson. But Wilson last year drove in 70 runs. So you don't pitch around Houston to get to a guy that's as capable of driving in big runs as Danny Wilson.
Houston has 1 RBI tonight on a ground ball out, but he's 0 for 3.
But as you mentioned, last year he was 179. You said the last 6 seasons. Last year only 153 right-handers against Mike Jackson. So if he doesn't get ahead in this count here, he's ahead. But if he doesn't stay ahead, he could very well go around him.
He's ahead. 0-2 on Jeff Houston. Amaral, is the lead runner at third base. Pinch running for Martinez. David Segui at second. 2 down. 2 runs in here in the 8th inning. The Mariners have gone on top and a timeout taken. Jeff Houston backed out. Jackson's pitch missed inside with a fastball. 1-2 now on Houston. This game has been a real battle, and it is not over yet. 1-2 delivery. Houston, the slow roller to first base. Mando, and it's dropped. 1-run scores. Segui caught. Goes back to third. The Indians on an error on the flip to first base. Amaral scores. David Segui stopped at third, and it is a 5-3 Mariners lead. The error will be charged to Jackson, the pitcher, for dropping that flip from Jeff Mando.
This is what gives managers ulcers. Unbelievable how much this is practiced in spring training. Gets a good angle, gets a good flip, takes his eye off the ball to find the bag and misses it. Watch him take his eye off the ball to find the bag right here if we can get a shot at it. Right there, he's looking at the bag, taking for granted he's going to catch the ball and misses it.
That one is fouled off outside the third by Dan Wilson. The Indians 2 unearned runs tonight on 2 errors. And Mike Jackson hurting himself on that one. The run is charged against Assenmacher. Wilson now has Segui at third. David Segui is not a fast runner, but on that play, gotta wonder whether or not he shouldn't have been home.
Well, I tell you, I thought he was coming home. He was running real hard and got over halfway and then just broke it down. I thought he was coming home, as you did.
You got to come on that because you got the pitcher who's got to throw to the plate, and he's got to pick the ball up in order to do it. Foul back. Dan Wilson. 0-2 count on Wilson.
So many times, Gary, you take for granted that the ball is going to be, the play is going to be made. And I'm sure Segui, I didn't see the replay on it, or I wasn't watching him, I was watching the play.
0-2 delivery. Check swing, foul back. That's what we were talking about earlier with Rodriguez going hard to first base and not allowing the double play to happen. You're a base runner out there. You cannot assume. And you never, I mean, the way Seattle's playing, they got to get every run across the plate they can get. Segui was halfway down the line, in fact, before he went back. Rodriguez made sure to get a double play on him, and that helped his inning. 0-2 count, 2 down. Wilson fouls it off again. Runners on at first and third here in the 8th. 3 in for the Mariners. Griffey part of the inning with his RBI triple. David Segui an RBI double. And the 3rd run this inning, scoring on the error charge to Mike Jackson, the pitcher. 33-year-old right-hander delivers. Wilson's gone. Fastball right there. But the Seattle Mariners battle back as they pick up 3 runs here in the 8th inning, and they lead it 5-3.
Home Depot's philosophy is cutting edge. What does the customer want? We always got something new coming out on the floor.
Things that you were wishing would get on the market, and all of a sudden, wow, there it is.
It's important to give the customer everything needed to do any project around their home.
Like great Grillmaster grills, the patented flame control system makes certain you get sure starts, even heat, less flare-ups, and perfect meat. Come see the complete line and get free assembly at the Great Grillmaster event this weekend at the Home Depot.
Some come to see the hype. Some come to see the show. Others simply come to see the stars. Prince Naseem, HBO's new star maker.
The Mariners, who have lost 7 in a row, trying to get out of the losing streak, relying on the bullpen that's been a disaster, but their skipper says, hey, we'll get there.
We feel that we've got the people here. Now, that's going to sound awfully foolish to some people. I felt that way coming out of spring training. I felt that way the first few days of the season. We've struggled like heck. Look, it's been ugly. It really has. But at the same time, I feel that these kids here will get this thing turned around and start pitching the way they're capable of.
Well, maybe this is the night, as we've said. There's the numbers for that bullpen. No wins, no saves, and an ERA worthy of NASA. Astronomical. But they've got a chance to win a game here. Spoljaric on in relief. He is the pitcher of record now for the Seattle Mariners, and Paul Assenmacher is the pitcher of record for the Cleveland Indians. 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 hits, an error in that 8th inning. Allow Seattle to get on top. Sean Dunston takes the pitch down low. Now remember, in the 8th inning last night, the Indians in a 3-3 game scored 5 runs. The Seattle bullpen threw 14 consecutive pitches out of the strike zone and walked 4 in the inning.
I'm telling you, something changes when you get to the 8th and 9th inning with pitchers. Unless you have that mental capability or capacity, something changes. I don't know what happens. You just see it. They start throwing balls, and it's just like a hitter not wanting to be up there. I hear you, brother. I'm telling you. I've seen it time and time again. You have guys, I'm certainly not going to mention any names, but I had guys on my staff that you put them in the ball game 5th, 6th inning, they punch out 4. You put them in there in the 8th inning, it's ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, ball 4.
Ayala's one of those who has struggled. Bobby Ayala, he's up in the bullpen again. You got a lead. It's the 8th inning. He gives up a leadoff walk.
And not even close. I mean, none of those pitches are even close.
Manny Ramirez walked and scored in the 6th inning. He's 0 for 2. And he takes the pitch on the inside corner for a strike.
And you don't want to be negative about it. I mean, anybody can walk someone. It's just happened over and over and over again. And, you know, it's lack of confidence and not feeling good in that situation. But you've got to have success to build confidence. It doesn't come the other way around.
Spojaric's pitch, foul tipped. The Elias Sports Bureau did a study that went back 90 years. When you give up a leadoff walk in an inning, the chances of scoring a run in that inning increase 70%.
That's unbelievable.
On a leadoff walk. I mean, it's one of the worst things a pitcher can do. It, more than anything else, even more than a hit, creates runs in an inning. Paul Assenmacher out of there will sit and watch. Could lose this ball game if Cleveland does not come back. 5-3, bottom of the 8th. Manny Ramirez batting at .286. That one through the middle. Great stop made. Cora one relay. Oh, what a double play. Joey Cora to Rodriguez. They turn 2. An atonement for the earlier error by Joey Cora. 2 down and nobody on.
And plays like this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is what turns seasons around for you. This is a rocket. That ball is hit hard. He makes a tremendous play. Then gets up, gives a sweet feed. Now all the business is done. But that right there turns seasons around, because that would be second, first, and third. I mean, that's right up the middle. This is a tremendous play by Joey Cora. I'm telling you.
Ground ball toward short. Rodriguez over. Baroa retired, and that leadoff walk eliminated on a great play by Joey Cora, protecting the Mariners' lead.
We've got TP on the wingtips.
Only Nextel digital cellular phones have direct connect.
Static claim coming at you 12 o'clock.
A two-way radio feature for instant contact.
Code red, there's snow on the mountains. I repeat, snow on the mountains.
Good luck, sir.
Good luck, sir. Good luck, sir.
So you can solve problems with the push of a button.
Gentlemen, glad to meet you.
At least the ones you're aware of. Nextel, you've never used a phone like this before.
Yoo-hoo! Our mail got mixed up again. Your phone bill sure is low.
Thanks.
Dialing 10321 is saving me a ton.
And look at all those long talks with your brother.
Save 50% off every call over 20 minutes.
You should have told me 10321 saves so much.
Here you go. Can't wait to get a big house.
Just can't wait to get out of this big old house. Fortunately, everyone's idea of a dream house isn't always the same. As part of the world's #1 real estate sales organization, Century 21 professionals have the power to do more than anyone else to help you buy or sell a home. In other words, to make your dreams come true. That's the power of #1, Century 21.
Did you start a new job today? What if you did? How can Bank of America help you make the most of it?
This is the great one, man.
Bank of America. Put your life in motion.
Joe Carter and the Orioles load the bases. 3-2, 2 outs. Rafael Palmeiro in a one-run game. Matt Karchner gets a bullet up the box. What a play by Carver to get to the bag ahead of Eric Davis. White Sox snapped their 3-game losing streak. The Orioles, who share the best record in baseball with the Indians, lose their first one-run game of the season. Padres and Giants coming up right after we conclude in Cleveland. Kevin Brown against Danny Darwin as the Giants have just taken the field. But I think we have a lot more to go at the Jake.
Yeah, well, what? That's the question, right? Jackson's first pitch. Robert Perez grounds at the short. Vizquel. Ooh, pretty close play over there. Ball not hit that hard, and one down here in the top of the 9th inning. Gary Thorne, Ray Knight, great to have you with us here. 5-3 game. Mariners on top, getting the lead in the 8th inning. Cleveland's going to get another shot in the 9th. Jackson trying to hold down Seattle. It's trying to get out of their 7-game losing streak here in Cleveland tonight. Joey Cora, a great defensive play. Really making a point there between innings. Popped up. Shortstop probably. Vizquel. Yep. In foul territory, 2 down.
He takes everything, Vizquel, but yeah, we did. And the point we were talking about was how Spoljaric did not do the job. He walks the first hitter, then 0-2. Bullet hit right back at him. The defense picks him up, and that is things that make pitchers believe that good things are going to start happening. He didn't do his job. The defense picked him up, and those things create positive reinforcement in a pitcher, and as a result, good things can happen.
With the bullpens, we'll put that back up for you again here as Rodriguez fouls it off. The bullpens tonight. The Mariners, a couple of runs, 4 hits and 5 2/3, and the Indians 5 runs on 4 hits and 3 1/3. So it's been the Mariners' pen. Those aren't great numbers for either of them, but remember, Randy Johnson got thrown out of this game in the 3rd inning for Seattle, so they've had to go with their pen here tonight, controlling the game. Colon left after getting hit on a ball back through the middle off Joey Cora's bat, took him out with a bruised right thumb. Bob Wells came on for Randy Johnson. He had to leave, pulled the groin muscle. Ground ball toward short by Alex Rodriguez. Vizquel makes the quick throw and a quick inning. So Michael Jackson on 4 pitches retires the side. Question now, can the Seattle bullpen come away with their first win and save of the year?
So instead of winning the series, they now go to a pivotal Game 7. Rich?
If you're really into sports, you'll really be into new ESPN, the magazine, issue after issue. You'll be involved like no sports magazine ever involved you before.
Do we have a problem here?
ESPN, the magazine, is big. Bigger in size, bigger with news, pictures, player profiles, inside information, and amazing access to places you've never been before. So call now for ESPN, the magazine. Get 26 issues, a year's worth, for just $1 an issue, saving you over 66% off the newsstand price. And you'll get this great freebie.
T-shirt.
The ESPN The Magazine T-shirt. 100% cotton with the world-famous ESPN The Magazine Bullseye logo. ESPN The Magazine. At last, you have something to do when you're not watching ESPN.
Call 1-800-987-7766.
If you need a Visa credit card, we have a special offer just for you. We guarantee to give you a credit card with no security deposit required, regardless of your past credit history. Almost everyone will be approved for a Visa card, even if you've been turned down before. If you meet our minimum requirements, your approval is guaranteed. Our offer is for an unsecured credit card. This means that you're not required to send in a security deposit. Don't miss this limited offer to obtain a Visa card with no security deposit. Call our number now. An application will be sent to you immediately.
Hello, I'm Netboy, live from ESPN Sports Zone via XPG 46 Digital CompuCam. You know, you can check out all the big basketball games live with play-by-play graphics on NBA Gamecast. Hey, I do it all the time. Yo, Furman, get out of my cheese puffs. Those are my cheese puffs. Furman!
The Seattle bullpen is quiet.
That's unbelievable. You have 5 of the next 6 hitters are right-handed. And he has, as he makes a defensive replacement, Amaral, I guess, going to go play left field for Glenn Allen Hill. But the point is, he has nobody up in the bullpen. You've got Giles hitting. You've got the next 5 hitters after that are right-handed. 6 hitters, 7 hitters are all right-handed.
Maybe he's getting time for his bullpen to get up. He had to come out and tell the home plate umpire what he's doing here with that late change. Rich Amaral, who came on as a pinch runner, stays in the game in left field. Glenn Allen Hill, who'd already gone out there, comes in.
The amazing thing right here is there's no right-hander warming up in the bullpen. And you've got nothing but right-handed hitters after Giles. He certainly wouldn't wait till 2 or 3 people got on to get a man up. So
well, here we go.
Here we go.
Bottom of the 9th inning. Cleveland Indians. Giles, 2-run homer, 5th of the year, 6th inning. Travis Fryman, Jeff Mando due up. Paul Spoljarek done an excellent job here in relief. Longer innings than he's used to pitching. 27-year-old left-hander. Missed outside. Do you believe ball 3?
Yes, I believe it, but because he didn't show me anything in the last inning to convince me that he was that he was ready for this spot. But there goes Bobby Ayala.
Ayala had warmed up in the last inning, so it shouldn't take many for him to get ready. So Jarek's pitch, he walked it. The potential tying run's going to come to the plate.
Well, of all the guys that Lou has in the bullpen, Ayala has been the most effective over time. Back a few years ago, 94, 95, he saved 37 games last half of 94 and the first half of 95, and then he was involved in an incident that he cut himself up. But you know that he can save games mentally because he saved 37 in that almost just 1 year combined.
Well, we're going to get Lou Piniella taking the walk now. We have word that the x-ray on Bartolo Colon, the starting pitcher for Cleveland, on that thumb that got hit on a drive back through the middle was negative, so apparently nothing broken. Good news there. Piniella, long, quiet walk out there. We also have learned that in the 7th inning, the error that had been charged to Baroja on the fly ball by Dan Wilson that fell in between Vizquel and Baroja has now been changed to a double and an RBI for Wilson.
I think that's correct. And what you have over here in this situation, thinking as a manager, you've got Justice and Tomei, the left-handed hitters, over there sitting and waiting. So
we may be in the bottom of the 9th inning, but we got a long way to go in this game.
Well, that ain't Mr. Outback.
G'day.
I heard you been saying nasty things about my Explorer.
Nah. All I said was my Outback here has better braking, quicker acceleration, and better gas mileage. But look on the bright side. You did pay a whole lot more.
That's right. I did.
Subaru Outback, the world's first sport utility wagon.
What are you doing? Borrowing her hairspray? Oh, that'll smell lovely. And the shellac look. That's very big now. Hey, you're a guy. Guy's hair is shorter. It doesn't need heavy hold. So guys use Consort for natural, manageable hair with no shellac look. No, hairspray isn't hairspray any more than shoes are shoes.
Consort. Spray, mousse, and gel. Because guys' hair is different.
What else is in there?
demanded better training facilities. Insisted on new uniforms and equipment. Held out for hundreds of free tickets. These guys will stop at nothing to get whatever they can for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Major League Baseball charities and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, giving kids a world of opportunities.
Update from San Francisco. The Padres still batting in the top half of the first. Brent Maine has just thrown out Steve Finley at second base, but Kilvio Barris is at third. He led off the game with a base hit. We'll take you there right after we're done at the Jake. Back to you, Gary.
Gary, thanks very much. And here the wheels are turning as the managers go to work. The Mariners leading 5-3, leadoff walk to Giles for the Indians here in the bottom of the ninth inning. And Mike Hargrove looking down that bench you were talking about, Ray, as Bobby Ayala comes on in relief.
Well, you can bet that you're going to see Jim Thome and Justice somewhere in this inning for somebody. He'll probably let Fryman hit and then hit Thome for Mano. And then Lou's got to make the decision. Is he going to go to Fossas for Thome? My feeling that he will not, that he'll stay with Ayala right on through to close this ball game out.
Ryan Giles, a base runner for the Indians at first with nobody out, bottom of the ninth. They're trailing by 2. Fryman delivered a triple his last time up. He has walked and flying out to center field. Bobby Ayala's fastball misses. He has struggled mightily against this pitcher. Fryman is 1 for 15 against Bobby Ayala. Ayala, 28-year-old right-hander. Good fastball. Slider. That one hit in the air. Left center. Playable. Griffey. 1 out. Giles back to first.
Bobby will come right at you. We had him in Cincinnati. Davey Johnson managed and had him and traded him to Seattle. There's Tony Fossas out there. La Russa used him last year with the Cardinals for 1 guy. And I think Pinella's smiling. He's going to stay with Ayala. Ayala knows how to close ball games. He has a tendency to be real streaky, but in Cincinnati, he was wild at times, but when he threw strikes, he was very, very effective. And Pinella's doing exactly what I thought he was going to do. Ayala's the guy he's designated as his closer.
Jim Thome is the pinch hitter. Thome not starting tonight because Randy Johnson did. Now comes on against Ayala. He's 2 for 4 against him in his career. Ayala gets the strike on the outside corner. Thome hitting .278, a couple of home runs and 8 RBIs. Ayala has Segui working behind the runner at first. Thome going for the tie game. 0-2.
And this is really what you like about a closer, coming in there and just going right at guys and getting beat with your best stuff, not fooling around, going right at people.
Remember, all these relief pitchers met with Lou Piniella one-on-one before this game today. 0-2. He's gone. Bobby Ayala strikes out Jim Thome. 2 down in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Well, this is a split finger, and it's really a tough pitch to take, but it's a good pitch. You got to spoil that pitch and foul it off. Ayala, watch this split finger. Nasty. Good location, good wave movement. Tough pitch to take.
Another left-handed pinch hitter against Ayala. David Justice sent up by Mike Hargrove to pinch hit. He is off to a great start. 13 RBIs, 2 down, ninth inning. Ayala misses down low. David Justice 0 for 7 lifetime against Bobby Ayala. Not a lot of players left that haven't been marked off on those scorecards.
You got another left-handed bat, Jeff Branson. Left-handed bat on the bench for Cleveland. As you mentioned, the other catcher, but I don't believe he'll hit Jeff Branson for Borders.
Not likely. 5-3 lead the Mariners, bottom of the ninth. 2-0 delivered to Justice. Ball 3. The Cleveland bullpen, a chance not only to win, but to save this game. Seattle bullpen, rather. Chance to win and save. To do each for the first time this year. And to get Seattle out of this 7-game losing streak. Justice, a green light off Ayala's glove. Rodriguez to first. It's over. Lou Piniella gets his bullpen to give him a win and a save. They end the 7-game losing streak as they have defeated the Mariners by a score of 5-3. Big comeback win in this game. Second half of our doubleheader. Padres and Giants coming right up. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Ray Knight and all of our crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Mariners beat the Indians 5-3. Bob Carpenter, Joe Morgan, all yours.
Thank you, Gary Thorne, and welcome to a very cool evening in San Francisco.